There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. We're going to climb into the TNP server today and see what everybody's up to. I have no idea. I'm going to be working on missions. We'll see whether or not anything happens. I probably need to pull up the Discord. I forgot about that. Just in case stuff and things are going on. I need to have that open. How's everybody doing? We have got Chaplain, we have got Linksy, we have got Bam, we have got Ken. How y'all doing? Okay, it just decided to disappear. There it goes. Daggone it. My mouse is being stupid. February 25th, fighting a horde on the bedrock base. See, now does that mean that the server is already basically... Alright, well, let me check the server, see what day it's on, because if they're planning on running the Horde Night tonight sometime, we're probably gonna have to jump in on the other server. I hate to do that because I'm gonna have to change the title of it, but... I reckon it's fine. I don't see me being able to... Hold on, it says tomorrow night. But that was posted today. I get out my calculator. I have no idea what day we're sitting on, so... That's the only problem with this server. If people have reserved like a horde night where they want to do something, I have to abide by that, which means possibly climbing into the other server. Which is pretty chill, because we got stuff we can do there too. Maybe. I'm not sure, actually. Wait, it says every 14 days? Oh lord. Wait, did they change it to every 14 days? I have no idea when the Horde Night is, then. Okay, well, it's not today, so at the very least, I've got until the light turns red. How's that? We'll play until the light turns red. Well, the number turns red. Let's see. I should go out here, pick all of my plants before we get started. At least I got some of the... Okay, some of the corn back. I swear, they take the absolute fun out of the gardening aspect of this game when they did that. They really did. Anyway, let me put all this stuff up. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure how long the stream will be today. If it's... I mean, I've got at least a couple of hours because the days last like 2 hours. So, should the number turn red, meaning the Horde Night is that night, we're definitely going to have to get off of the server in order to allow them to do the Horde Night because they're wanting to test a base, so we'll just keep an eye on that. More weird stuff was added to your work week? What happened? Make this a little bit bigger so I can actually see what's going on here. And, oops, swap these around like that so I can see. You went in for an ultrasound of your liver? Why do they need to ultrasound your liver? Has it been long enough for any of this stuff to reset? I've already put all of those things up. I set up a whole bunch of stuff to craft, but we're gonna run and go grab missions because I am determined that I am going to get done with my missions. Well, not done with my missions, but get, you know, higher tier missions. I want to be able to contribute, you know, missions for everybody else too, which is what they've basically been doing, is sharing missions when they're all on together. They'll go do big POIs. Well, I can't get the big POIs because I'm not high enough, so we're gonna go do it. Missy, how you doing? Your enzymes is high, so they think there's inflammation. Oh. Okay. Just to get an idea of how many people would be interested, just shooting in the dark, don't hold me to it, anything like that. But Bam and I would like to play No Man's Sky. Is that something that you guys over here on YouTube would like to see? Or should we do that over on Twitch and then maybe bring some highlights over to the YouTubes? How would that work better? I don't know. Oh my gosh, this was the wrong way to go. Hold on, I know I can make it out of here. Wait for it. I can do it. Wiggle it. Wiggle it! Jeez. I'm thinking it might have to be over on Twitch. I'm not sure. Just because it's like a completely different genre than what we're normally used to playing, and Google algorithm is like, I don't know what to do about this information. I don't know. Just a thought. What do you guys think? You've been very curious about it? Oh, me too. I played it back when it was a brand new game and the environment was beautiful, the feel of the worlds were beautiful, but there wasn't much else to it. Other than just the feel of the world. I hadn't actually added anything else, but there have been so many updates. I am on tier 4s. If I can get up to tier 5s, I would be happy. So let's start pelting these things out. Did I ever get the go open tray? Yeah, I did. I need to go do that too. Just to be on the safe side. You don't know anything about No Man's Sky? I don't know that much. I know it's, you basically go around discovering new places, scanning creatures. Nowadays they've got mechs for you to climb in. And ships you can buy, and all kinds of stuff like that. It just seems like it'd be a whole lot of fun. I'm not really sure, but it seems like it would be. This is a really weird storm, and a really weird place to start a mission at. I had another big update last week, and you got it on the PS4 back when it... Yeah, I did too. It was on the PS4. There wasn't really a whole lot to it. But I've been sitting here watching all of the updates and stuff that they've had recently, and it looks like it would be a whole lot of fun now. Be like Fallout New Vegas, Liz. There's a similar one called Outer Worlds. I've actually got that game. It is in my list of to-dos, but it's kind of like, as much as I enjoy playing Oblivion, Fallout, Skyrim, and things like that, it's one that I don't think a whole lot of people would actually watch me play. So even though I haven't played it myself, and I'm not sure if I would be able to put it on the channel. Even if I did play it. But it's in my library. I bought it when it was on sale. I'm in the nest. Please don't do it. Oh, all of them are angry. Why? I have not been inside this POI, I don't think. At least not as a mission. I almost annihilated this cupboard. Christensen, how you doing? What was that noise? Oh, okay. Well, let's swap over to this. Share around the ammo just a little bit. Don't do it, lady. You found 2 beakers in a meth house in 7 days. It was a shack and a hat. All it was lab equipment and a smaller meth. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why my other character... I have found beakers on all of the other ones. I don't know why this one I cannot find a beaker. I mean, they have all shown up at the traders and everything just for some reason. In that particular playthrough, I haven't found one. Got your ankle. Let me see. That storm is very, very loud, and it's very disconcerting that the sound of the storm does not change once I go inside a building. Hello? Yeah, I figured there was somebody in here. Not actually trying to take out that cabinet. Okay, let's scrap that, scrap that, scrap that. I'm not sure if I want to try and sell the gothic pants, but I actually just wanted this. I'm not sure if I'm still after a dye, but I remember at one point saying I needed another dye. There. Knock knock! Hi. Oh, that's my dinner finished, and I was boring, and it had a salad. Okay, I actually like me a salad. I like going places that have a salad bar with lots of toppings, because then I have more toppings than I do lettuce. Hello? There are a lot of you in here. Why? Now, just out of curiosity, is this... Okay, it's a blocked off door. Gotcha. Like, I'll go to the Ingles and I'll get a salad. I'll go to the salad bar and I will load it up with, like, just like a little bit of lettuce. And then the rest of it's just like tomatoes, cucumbers, mushrooms. It's basically a veggie platter. That's the backside of that. Don't do it, sir. Ow. Oh, okay. The bodies are hitting the floor. Hang on. Wait. My mouse is doing stupid stuff. Wait. Good grief. It is legitimately time for me to order another mouse. It keeps giving up on me. It's like 3 times I've had to put batteries in it recently. Like, it's no longer doing the battery thing. It's not keeping the charge like it used to. Not sure. And the little wheelie thing here? You see it jumping backwards every now and then? That's what it does while I'm in the middle of a fight, and I hard panic and go through all of my stuff and then it bounces around. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. Yeah, it's probably time. I don't like having to order new things. I'm afraid, what if I order it and I don't like the mouse and then I'm just out of a mouse? Or I get stuck having to have this one after I spent money on another mouse and I have to send that one back. It's a whole thing. I have buyer's anxiety, I think. Is that a thing? Seems like it should be a thing. Donald, you've been playing No Man's Sky for a while? And does it feel like all of the updates have definitely made it worth it? Because I know everybody was all upset about the original No Man's Sky. I was not upset. I played it on the original PS4 version, and I very much enjoyed it. It just wasn't something anybody wanted to watch me play, because it was basically just exploring. There wasn't much else to it, but I enjoyed it. Yes. 2 points! Next time, do a flip. Nope. Just get out. Oh my god, I got the gun that did not have the ammos in it. Okay. Reload. Wired mouse, trust me, you won't notice the cord nowadays. Well, I probably should do a wired mouse. I've got way too many wireless things and it just seems like it does not work very well. My headphones are kind of that way. Every now and then they get kind of glitchy. And my headphones are new, so it's not because they're worn or messed up or anything else like that. They just kind of, the sound glitches out, which makes me paranoid that the recording sound is going to glitch out, but then I'll go back and listen to the recording, and the recording's fine. It just sounded weird to me. And the audio is just not as good. It's like I'm not... It could be that the audio design has changed from the last alpha, but since I've had these headphones, the audio just seems weird in the game. Has anybody else noticed that? Is it just me that I don't hear zombie footsteps anymore? There are no zombie whispers? Can someone confirm that this is actually a thing? Like, I have heard zombie whispers since... When this first came out, I heard zombie whispers, but after, I think, 1 or 2 updates, I didn't hear them anymore. Did they take them out of the game? The directional audio seems to have gotten worse. That could also be my headphones. Don't do that. Okie dokie. Like, right there. That guy started walking. I couldn't hear his footsteps. And I'm looking at him, so I know he's walking. But he's not making any footstep sounds. Have I got a glitch? I would have to use headphones when I play to confirm that, but the sound engineer for Alpha 20 needs to be fired. You heard the footsteps? I heard him fall on the ground. I did not hear his footsteps. Yeah, I don't know who the sound designer was that changed the sound of... I didn't hear their footsteps. They were coming up the ladder. I was watching them. I heard one of them do like 2 tippity-tappies, like they were wearing clogs or something, but the rest of their footsteps I did not hear. V2 Razor Death Adder? What is that? What the hell? Oh, I won't buy anything Logitech anymore. I've had like 3 webcams that were Logitech, and Logitech really, really enjoys putting out updates for their devices, which force the older versions of their devices to become useless. I will not buy Logitech anymore. They may have some good stuff, but if they're going to make their own stuff obsolete with updates, I don't want them. That's a very underhanded way of forcing people to buy new things. And if it's still working, why buy another one? Where is it? There we go. Death Adder is the brand of mouse. Hang on. Let me write down these recommendations. I'll look into them. The one that I am using is a Mophie, and I've had this one for... When did I get the Mophie? I actually did an update on the Mophie because I was desperately looking for a mouse. It's back when I was playing RimWorld, so if Rolnoff is here, he probably remembers me doing the video. But, I was playing RimWorld, and if you've ever played RimWorld, you know there's a whole lot of clicking, mouse clicking that has to happen. And every time I edited one of those videos, I got to, by the end of my edit, like I was cringing at how much I could hear my own mouse making noise. Of course, I didn't know how to put filters on my microphone either. But, so I was searching around for a mouse that was silent, quote, silent, and I found the Mophie, and I've had it since then. So 4 years I've had this mouse. Maybe? No, this is my second mouse. Yeah, this is my second mouse because I bought one and then mine stopped working and my sister gave me hers and then I ordered another one which I put on the other computer because for some reason it's not as quiet. So now I guess I need to change my mouse type. Death Adder. Seth, how you doing? We are talking mouse. Out of all of the things. I need a quiet mouse. I would love to have a quiet mouse that has the 1 through 9 buttons on the side, but I also have to move around because it would just be weird if it was one of those ones that you use like the roller ball or whatever. I don't even know how people operate those. And as often as my fingers freeze up and I accidentally shoot my gun by accident, I would probably wind up putting everybody in a tailspin every 15 minutes because my finger does the thing. Because it's about how often it does it, which is the reason why when I'm holding the mouse, my hand's like this. I have to keep my hands off of it, but if I've been recently shooting or whatever and my finger's resting on it, and I don't think about it, and my finger does the little seizure thing, I'll shoot at the wrong time. So if I have one that's got like a little ball on it that I'm supposed to be using to maneuver my character around instead of moving my mouse, I'm pretty sure we're going to wind up all getting extremely nauseous watching me play. And obviously, I also need one that's semi-quiet because I click things hard. I'm from the generation of people who like to click things and hear the things click. But I don't want it to be in my microphone nowadays, so... It's just a thing. Like I said, buyer's anxiety because when I find out that I ordered it, waited on it, was excited to get it, and then found out it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, which has happened to me a couple of times buying keyboards. Didn't I come from over here? No, no I did not. It's Fluffy, how you doing today? Good, 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 good. Trackball spit's no good. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna try and use one of the little balls. That would be a bad idea. It'd be interesting to hear all the clicks during the Horde Night. I don't know. There's a certain amount of extreme panic that is kind of funny, and then there's like an over-clicking. Like most players, if they... There's a couple of people that I watch that I can tell when they're extremely into the game and they truly get startled because you can hear them slam their keys and it is the funniest thing in the world. But if I watch them all the time and all I heard was the key clicking, it might get a little irritating. Well, It doesn't irritate me. I can block it out. Because like I said, I'm from a generation where key clicking is a thing. It's back when, probably going to date myself on this one, but it's back when computers first started being a thing. Therefore, clicking the keyboard was just a sign of, I know what I'm doing. I can click the keys really, really fast. I can type it whatever words per minute, you know? Oh, whatever. You know, back in those days, that's what I grew up on. The clicking of the keys really fast meant you were doing things. But nowadays in a video, probably not the thing everybody wants to hear, but the occasional slamming your keys because you panicked is actually hilarious to me. And it also makes me feel better because I've realized I'm not the only one who does it. Or the couple of times I've watched people playing and something will jump scare them so hard they'll kick things that they didn't mean to kick because I do the same thing. And it's just hilarious to me that other people do it too. No, sir. Nope. You phasing through shit, dude? No! Okay. Got a really nice mechanical keyboard, got it set up, packed it up the next day, and either that or my wife was going to strangle me from so much noise. Exactly. Exactly. There are mechanical keyboards that are kind of quiet, but there are also keyboards that no matter how gently you're trying to be with the keys, they are going to sound like you're trying to kill something. I have had to train my fingers to not make noises on the keys, and I do forget not to do that. And I will slam keys, or if I panic, I slam keys. The only thing I need to add to that is a very loud mouse to make it sure that nobody watches the channel ever. It's bad enough I'm working against my own sense of humor. The last thing I need is my keyboard and mouse working against me, too. Anything in here? It seems like a lot of health to put on something for there to be... Oh. Okay. For there to be something in there. That's what I've got is a Corsair mechanical keyboard right now, and it's okay. It's not silent, but the keys have got enough play in them to where I know I don't have to slam them to make them work. It takes like very, very little pressure for them to work, so I don't wind up slamming them as often unless I'm getting frustrated with something. Those of you who were watching me play Aliens on Twitch, you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard me slam my keys more than once, but that's more like I got scared. Excuse me, sir. Where are you going? Now you pay a lot of money for a keyboard that is clicky. Yeah. And trying to get... You can't go by them telling you that you're going to get this type of keyboard whenever you buy it. They told me mine was supposed to have cherry keys, and they showed images underneath the keys of these like little red rubber things that were supposed to be underneath the keys to help them be quiet. When I ordered it, I took the key tops off of them. I don't know what those things are called, but I took them off because they had some of these cool textured ones that I could put on the WASDas to make sure my fingers always go back to WASDA, which they still don't, by the way, because I ignore that. Because I have that talent. I have the ability to ignore things that are right in front of my face. But when I took them off, none of my keys have that rubberized cherry key thing that they were talking about. And I was like, wait, what was the point? And me spending so much money on these, what I thought was going to be rubber pieces that are going to keep me from slamming my key down. I don't know. I don't know if it was just a way of saying, hey, if you lightly press it, it still works, and that's how you identify the rubber, the cherry keys or whatever. I don't know. The terminology was foreign to me back when I bought it, and it's kind of foreign to me now, so I don't... As long as the daggum keyboard's quiet, that's all I'm concerned about. I do need foods, so let me eat that. Yeah, the bigger YouTubers now, they use the mechanical keyboards and stuff. It just feels like it works better when you use the mechanical keyboards and stuff. You just have to have good sound design. The issue is understanding sound design and knowing how filters work and stuff like that, and that's kind of finicky depending on whether or not you move your setup around. I could... And it took me a long time to understand filters. I actually had to go through and watch several YouTube videos and watch a YouTube video as I was programming my filters in order to get them to get rid of half of the sound for me. Which is useful because I also have a major highway that's right next to me that has like 18-wheelers putting on those really loud brakes every now and then. And from what all of you guys tell me is most of those just sound like a fan, but they are loud as hell. What the hell is going on? Okay, hi Fluffy. Probably not the time for that. Okay, now we can do that. How many freaking birds are outside? Oh, well, that explains all of that noise. I still have not cleared the area. There is still a zombie somewhere in this building. Awesome. Jailbreak, yeah, that. You get a guy who was playing Dead by Daylight when he got caught. He tried to get away. It sounded like a million people crunching bags of chips. That's great. But see, that's the thing that you know, it was funny until someone pointed it out to me. I didn't realize how obvious the sound was. I thought it was obvious to me back when I first started because I knew the sound was there. But it didn't really bother me because I was used to clicking keyboard sounds. But having someone say it in my video is like, hey, your keyboard sounds horrible. And I'm like, well, you know, now that you point it out, it does kind of sound bad. And that's when I went on the hunt for silent keyboard and mouse back when I was playing RimWorld. Before then, didn't even occur to me. I wonder whether or not anybody's told him that his stuff is really, really loud. He probably has not even considered it. You guys must be on the roof. But how do we get on the roof? This way. Follow the lights. Maybe using a mechanical keyboard is to cover the chip eating. He has cracked the code. It's like, come up with some kind of random noise that would be normal for you playing so you can cover up the sound of your chip eating. Well, I can't really say anything because, there are times when streaming that you do legitimately get extremely hungry. I just don't like getting rid of anything. That's gonna make me get rid of something. Put those in there. I don't guess I actually need to make the money from these. I don't need stone. I can get that later. Don't need that. I can get that later. I can actively go mining those. I don't need paper. I'm not gonna make those anytime soon. This is worth 176. I'll save it. I really don't need the plastic right now. And I don't really need those. Actually, no, I do. I'm taking the core mill. Dadgummit. For reasons. Tide sandwich. Yeah, exactly. I do enjoy me some snacks, too. Okay, is there... there's obviously some bad guys left. Where are we? Found them! Found a few! Come on this way. Where are you going? Wait, why are you guys doing that? Why? Okay. Yeah, some of them have some serious fluffy-itis going on. Okay, that took care of the... Ooh, that took care of the mission. Please don't drop me back down from here. Haven't gotten the loot. Okay. It's a surprisingly dang good weapon. My character is supposed to be using the... Can I put you in here? No. I'm supposed to be using the pistols for this character. I don't need that. I just made a whole load of farm plots. I can drop that. I called another screamer. Has there been an update? The screamers are suddenly a thing again, because for the longest time, I didn't attract a screamer. And now it seems like every time I shoot a gun more than 3 times, the screamer shows up. There had to have been an update to the screamer. I completely failed at reading any of the last 2 or maybe even 3 patch notes. Dinker-doo! How you doing? I guess I'll read that. Got plenty of that. I don't really want to get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. That's a sellable. I'll get rid of that. Auto fire brings them running. Okay, well, that explains it. She seems very upset. I'll just use that. It's exciting stuff, guys. Yeah, that was my thought, was whether or not they changed the heat generation. All of the guns are extremely loud. And I'm kind of swapping back and forth between 2 very loud guns, so... Not use the one lucky lockpick? I will try it for you, Dinker. Everybody cross your fingers. If I actually get through on this one. Holy hell, Tinker 2. That would not have worked. It would not have worked if you hadn't said anything. I would have tried it and it would have been gone. Okay, drop you guys for a second. Let me see if I can find a place for that. Yeah, I can swap these out. That's got a 3. That's got a 3. That's got a 3. That's got a 3. So I'm actually all decked out with those. That's nice. You know, I'm not really sure exactly why, but I've had a hard time finding mods of any sort with this character. I'll get rid of that. That's a sellable. I will get rid of... I think I have plenty of cloth. I'll take that. It's ridiculous I'm fighting to find places for $50 sellables and $100 sellables, but I kind of need the monies. There's a couple of things I want to go shopping for. Also, I need to show you guys what I've gotten done inside the community area. So we probably need to go do that before we run out of time. Yes, I could drink that. I don't want to save that, but alright. Go find the screamer. Where was the way down? Totally missed it. Totally missed it. Where is she? Hang on, I probably have the stuff to make a splint. Actually, no, I dropped the cloth, so no, I don't. Make some noise, maybe she'll find me. Where are you? She's really, really close. Let me through. That door, maybe? Hang on. There are clothes on the floor. I had glue, right? Yeah. Hang on. Come over here. No? Okay. She's not gonna do it. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go with what I have. Are you? No. I kinda wanna take this money, though. So... sacrifice... I wanna sacrifice the glue. No. Thought that was glass. Where the hell are you at? I don't want her finding me while I barely move when I get out in the open, because if she summons all of the badness on me, I'm gonna be kind of screwed. Okay. Tired of waiting on her. Alright, I'm just gonna focus on this. If she summons badness and it comes and smacks me in the back of the head because I'm not paying attention, that is so totally my fault, but I am tired of waiting. I will sacrifice that because I'm not playing that type of character anyway, and that can go into this. And get out of my inventory, and I will take that instead. Because I would rather have that. Is that her screaming? It's a clothing store. I could probably... Yeah, I could. I could definitely make one. Just give me some regular cloth, please. Drop that for a second. Scrap those. Take my glue. Turn it into duct tape. And am I carrying any wood? Probably not. I've probably crafted into something, so... Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop something else. Hang on. Drop that. How much it does it take to make a splint? Cloth fragments. I want to pick up the cloth fragments again. Here. Hold that. Craft that. And use. Okay. Now I can move a little bit faster, it's fine. I just didn't want her overwhelming me with bad guys. Where was the entrance to this place? I don't even remember. I'm just gonna walk around the side of the building. It's fine. If she finds me, she finds me. I'll just have to break my leg more to get away from her. Huh. I heard her. I really don't want to leave her sitting over here, though. But you know what? I've actually taken plenty of time doing this one freaking job, and I have broken my leg. So, you know, let's go see the trader, get rid of some BS, call it a day. You know, before she calls in badness on top of my face, and I can't fight it. I am seeking you, you are hiding from me. Yeah, that's basically what she's saying. It was a hide-and-seek game, and she was getting frustrated that I was not playing properly. You drop off stuff I most certainly will not be selling. I have to keep that lucky lockpick from now on. Okay, wait, what is today? Friday? Tinkerdo, is that charity this evening? Or tonight, rather? Is that when the charity is? That you are participating in? Or is it tomorrow night? Tonight or tomorrow night? I think it said it tonight.
Here, boys, we got ourselves a real-life hero, and now he wants to be paid.
May I see your inventory? Let me no! Oh my god. That was a red dye. I was gonna take that out before I gave it to you.
We're done doing business. Get out of my store.
Shut your face. It's your fault. You can have those. No, take all of those. You can have all of those. You can have all of those. I'm not going to need... What am I wearing?
Gawking at goods and that's all you buy?
Shut your face. Started now until Sunday night. So for those of you who are interested in participating in the charity that Tinkerdo and them are working on, what was the name of the charity? I know what it does, but I don't know what the name of the charity was. Okay, it's tonight at 7 p.m. for us. Let me write it down. Okay. I mean, I can pull it up. It's on the other computer. I don't have it on this one. I'll get rid of those.
Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy.
Just over 5 hours. Dinkers is going to go live over on Twitch, and she's going to be working with a charity to raise money for disabled gamers. Game Blast 2020 for special effect. Basically, it's giving people the ability to have people who have disabilities to use gaming as an outlet, more or less. So for those of you who actually use gaming as an outlet, you understand how important that is. So it is in our Discord, the community Discord for the channel, all of the information, who else participating, what times they're participating. Dinkerdo put it on there under general, right? I think it was general. So you can pop into any of the streamers, and Dinkerdo is going on in 5 hours over on Twitch. And out of all of those links that you attach to those Dinkers, I don't think I recall seeing your, the link to your Twitch channel, so we can find you. Yeah, specialeffects.org. So if you guys want to take a peek at it, they are doing a charity all this weekend. Several channels are working on it. And our very own Dinkerdo is participating this year. She's playing some 7 days. Oh no, dadgummit. That's a dead end. Cause I didn't want you to find me, lol. Oh, come on, Dinkers. You're acting like somehow or another people on the internet might in some way be mean or wish for your character's death or anything like that, because that absolutely never happens on this channel. Definitely not, right, fellas? You guys are gonna go over there and be absolutely angels, right? Okay, well, let's get all of the stuff and take it back in, and I guess I'm stuck for like 20 minutes, not moving very much. Dang it. You know, it'd be nice that if you had a splint on a broken leg, if you could, you know, take the splint off, put a cast on, and it takes like half the time. That would be cool. You know, now that I think about it, I could probably go find one of the candy bars that helps me heal fast, assuming, you know, nobody's cleaned out all of the vending machines like they normally do. There is somebody in the server clearing out all of the vending machines and reselling all of the stuff they find, I think. I'm not sure who's doing it, but somebody is probably making a killing selling all the candies. I hear bad guy. I don't know that I need either way. I just got a new shovel, and it has already got that. Okay, never mind. What have I... So I've got a tier 5 I can sell. Angels can also be fallen angels. That is very, very true. Very true. I guess we should figure out a way of isolating which type of angel we're talking about, because if we're talking about supernatural angels, that's not good either. Why? He's so surprised. He's like, I was not expecting that when you opened the door. We'll take these, and we'll take that. And Drop that. I'm not sure if I need to hold on to the hunting rifle. I don't exactly have the points to do hunting. I know that we have one person who's really, really doing the hunting and they keep up with most of the food. And the price on the food is really not that bad. I actually made some meat stews. They might have heard me say something about I want a meat stew. So maybe we can go back over there and get a few more. Smeltals. Drop those. And concrete. Drop that. And I will drop that red dye. Nope. Okay, so we're looking okay on that. Let's grab the money. And how many stews did I have left? I've got 10, and those, what we can do is, first off, get that. And that, and put up this. And we'll go to the community area and take a peek inside the vending machine, see if anybody's found anything interesting that we could use. And that includes food, and maybe it'll give me a chance to heal up my legs somewhat. That pupper just got hammered to the face, that's true. Fallen angels are not always evil. That's true, they just disagreed. Having a different opinion does not make you evil. Oddly enough. The supernatural angels seem more and more likely. Yeah, probably. I'm not thinking of little cherubs sitting on the clouds strumming at violins or whatever. Harps. That would actually be kind of disturbing. This live streaming once a week to YouTube makes me realize how bad live streaming on YouTube is compared to Twitch. Yeah. It's not exactly a platform built for live streaming. Live streaming just does better over on Twitch. It really, really does. For those of you who are here now, I stream over on Twitch 3 days a week now. No, 4 days a week now. No, I stream 4 days a week. 3 days are over on Twitch. So, if you guys are interested. We play a lot of other stuff, not just 7 days. Right now I'm currently going through Alien Isolation. And I think after that we're gonna try... we'll probably pick up a little bit of Phasmophobia for a couple of weeks, because I've really missed Phasmophobia. Oh my god, at the tree farm. Oh, here goes all of the frames. What is this, dude? Oh my god. Okay, Anyway, I miss Phasmophobia, so we'll probably play a couple of weeks of Phasmophobia, but then I think the next thing that I'm going to play is... Hang on, what was it? Black Mesa. I wanted to go through that series. Those really, really interest me. Ever since they did the VR game, and people were talking about the stories and how they came about and everything, and I was like, I really, really want to go and play those. So they've been on my wish list, and during one of the events, they put a whole bunch of those games on sale, so I would like to be able to go through several of them and find out what all of it is. Here is the Coffee and Kink store. I haven't gotten very far with the downstairs area, but I got this part done, and forgive me for walking very slow, I'm nursing a foot. And this area is started on. So there's that. And this is going to be the downstairs area, but that's going to be a little bit different. So I didn't have time to work on that. I spent a long time working on this already. Oh, we can take a walk through the rest of it, because a lot of these places have got shops. Wait, did anybody buy the one thing that I put in my vending machine? I'm one of the few people... I think I'm the only one on the server who found the cigar book, and everybody was wanting cigars, so I made an extra one. And, they bought it. Well, I'm gonna have to go kill some bears, because I have no more testosterone. So I can make some more. Or, if somebody else has gotten some and I can buy it off of them, I can turn it into what I need to turn it into. I don't think he's been back down here to work on this area. No. Spooky Potato misses you, Liz? Yeah, I miss Spooky Potato. I miss playing Phasmo. It is a very enjoyable game. And the thing is I would like to do it like, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is when I stream over on Twitch. I would like to do like, Tuesday is whatever random game I'm playing. Wednesday is the day that we get on the, server, and then Thursday we could play like Phasmo or something like that. The issue is, and it's me a personal issue, is I have a hard time remembering the controls to all of the games that I play. So I have to limit how many games I play at one time, which is the reason, a secondary reason on why I'm pushing through playing Alien Isolation altogether, so I don't have to remember all of the controls because it's been so long in between me playing. You have insulated monitor. I need cooling mesh mods. Because my character's always getting hot. Meat stews! I will take some more of those. And so much concrete mix. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of concrete mix. I think I'm doing okay on concrete though. What's this? Okay. It's behind the sign lit up. That's what it is. There are trees literally everywhere. There is no need for tree farms. That destroys server frames. Yeah, I know. I know, and I requested that we put a mod on here so that the trees would grow back themselves so that it would be easy. And nobody would feel the need to make a tree farm, but... nothing, and nothing. I don't think she's done anything up here either. Alright, we've got one more store that we can visit to see what else there is. Ammo. Gunpowder. Good grief. Feel very highly about that gunpowder, don't you? I am not buying that, no thank you. Yeah, sure, exactly what I'm looking for. I wouldn't mind some cooling mesh mods, though. You do have a couple of schematics I don't have. I don't really need the burst mod. The impact driver, maybe? And this has got all vehicle bits. That are overpriced. I mean, I could buy a full-on nearabout, but no, 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 nope, nope. You know, I was not wanting to be ripped off. You know, I think I'll learn how to make it on my own. That's fine. Is that the same mod that you requested? Yeah, it's the same one that we have on the server right now. I told them about it. Hoping that maybe it would keep the frames, because this server basically houses content creators from around the world. So all of us have got very different, wildly different pings when we get on the server. So any amount of frames that we can save, any of the people trying to, oh my god, trying to get on here would probably be a good idea, but... you know, whatever. Whatever. We will do what we have to do. I keep my tree farm down to 5 trees. And I just cut them down when they get big enough. And then replant them. I mean, I kind of understand at the very beginning whenever you start up, doing like one massive tree farm, cutting it all down, and then from there planting just a few trees to keep the stock going. I do not understand the reason for keeping a massive tree farm. It just messes up everybody else's frames. Tispano. Ow! Okay. You do it just to reduce windstorm lag. Yeah. It's always a good policy to cut down the trees around where you're staying at anyway. But in fairness, nobody actually stays around the community center. It's just basically a town that we created where we could do all of our sell stuff that is kind of central to where most people are living. I don't think anybody actually lives in that town. And whoever planted the tree farm over here, I annihilated it. I didn't completely take all of the trees down. I just, I thinned them out a lot. Because they never came back over here and chopped them down. I'm not sure why they planted it. You know? Ed! How you doing? What's up? But in fairness, every single person on here has got a hugely different schedule. So, I'm not even sure if any content creators on 7 days have gotten together like this before. It's a pretty unique server, I think. It's pretty cool. There's my tree farm. 6 trees. Not 5, 6 trees. And mine are actually at the age where I usually cut them down. So let me slowly walk over there and I'll do that. You know, in the middle of the night when things can kill me. Also, if the others have really high-end PCs, they may not get the lag and don't notice that it affects other people. Yeah, that's true. I can tell you, when we went over to Alpha 19, when it first started up Alpha 19, there was so much tree lag, it was ridiculous. And it's like, anytime the wind blew through the trees, I had like 5 frames. 2, 3, 4. I well stuck to my 5. I didn't realize I had planted 6 last time. Oh my god, 13 more minutes for my foot! Oh. I should be selling these planters. Mr. 10, how you doing? And thank you so much for that like. I don't get lag from tree farms, but I do try to be courteous to others. Yeah, some people who play, they just for some reason or another don't get the same types of lag, so anytime you can, you know, anytime you find something in the game that might cause another player to have issues, like the tree farms and stuff like that, like in this alpha, and ever since I've done some readjustments, and I've had help doing readjustments, thank you, Brett, but doing some readjustments to the visuals on here, I haven't had as much lag. And some people just may not have that ability to not have the lag that everybody else does. So if you are in a server, attempt to keep tree farms to a minimum to help other players. It's just a courteous thing to do. That and a few other things. And something else that causes a mega amount of lag is 5,000 containers that aren't actually doing anything. Which is weird, but it's true. For some reason, it just causes a massive amount of lag. Like, a couple of containers like this, no biggie. But I have seen people's bases where they have an entire wall of these type of containers, and they have like one thing listed inside those types of containers, which I don't know how I feel about that personally. That seems like a waste to me, but I don't care. But these containers, for some reason, cause lag when you put a certain amount in an area. I don't know why. They just do. And some folks may not know that, but it happens. Maybe I don't have steroids. I don't care to use my steroids. I sell them. And right now it's the middle of the night, and I'm not needing to move fast, so it's fine. Do I have any up here? Yes, I've got 9. So I'm covered if daytime hits and I'm needing to move. But we just went to the community area and took a look at it and then came all the way back. It wasn't really like I was needing to move fast. Should I try and find like a snow biome so that I can go and get some more... The snow biome is the easiest one to hunt in. If I go there and get some testosterone, I can make some more cigars and put them inside my vending machine, because I think I'm the only one on the server who can make them. I don't know if anybody else has found the book. I just know people were asking about it before and nobody could make it, and then I found it. So... And somebody bought my only cigar that I put in there because I didn't have any more testosterone to make any, so I'm thinking nobody else has the book besides me? I just don't know where the snow is. It's just so much easier to hunt there. Oh yeah, and I also had to go open trade routes down here. No more parkour for me. Yeah, I kind of missed what I was aiming for. I was trying to jump down on a street lamp. It did not work. My aim sucked. I'm gonna sit here and wait for daytime. Takes notes to stash hundreds of boxes around places with one item in there for later dates. Yeah, don't do that. I don't know why that causes so much lag, but it does. Now, mind you, these places I'm talking about, they were a building with so many boxes in there. It was ridiculous. There wasn't even enough stuff in the game to label all of the boxes. I don't know why you would make that many boxes. Maybe they just made a whole bunch, stuck them out. I don't know, but the lag was real for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. Come on, daytime. Actually, what I can do is I can repair my stuff. Oh, jeez, don't hit the shift. I can repair my stuff while I'm waiting. Make cigars and ask 20k for one. Just tell them they're Cuban. Was this box room on the server? Yes. I had to go investigating why a particular building had a huge amount of lag around it because it didn't make any sense. Did I seriously put that there? Okay, I did. That doesn't go there either. does it do for small storage whenever you're looting a building? Actually, I don't really know. All I know is the building that I went into had a massive amount of these. I mean, like, the whole wall was lined up, and it wasn't just one room that had these. It was this room, a lower room. There were several different types, like, they had, like the gun saves. They made gun saves. They made all of these other containers. They were all over the place. There was 5,000 containers inside that one building. And I knew that there was nothing. There's no way, even with the amount that they played, that there was something inside each one of those containers. But, my theory was maybe they were moving their production line to another room, so they pre-made all of the boxes to move all of the stuff into, and they just hadn't done it yet. I don't know the reason why they existed, like I said. All I know is if you take these, and you make a massive room and stick a whole bunch of these in there, you're basically asking for the same type of lag you would get from a tree farm. I don't know why. But, could thousands and thousands of containers be contributing to lag and a bigger POI? Maybe. That might be one of the things contributing to lag, and say the Hagassis and stuff like that. Maybe all of those containers together are creating some sort of lag. How? No clue. Brett, you know it was. Yeah, that's why. Thanks, Harder. Fill Liz and Bam's house with said boxes and plant every tree I have in their walls. Don't do that, dude. I don't even think there'd be enough room inside our house for you to plant all of the trees you probably have access to. Oh my gosh. Nighttime is so boring when your leg is broken. There's a wolf out there. So, 98 should be a Horde night, but I think I read at the beginning that they changed the Horde nights to every 14 days, and I don't know when the last one was. So we may not be playing much longer, but I do want to get... I want to try and get one more job done. I was really, really hoping to get to my tier 5s. Oh, when you loot a building and consolidate everything to a few chests outside. No, just a couple of chests outside are not going to cause. I mean, like, it was literally over 20 of these boxes in one room. It was probably closer to 50 of these boxes in one room. And it wasn't the only room that contained 50 boxes. There were a lot of rooms with a lot of boxes. And the area was laggy. I couldn't find any other reason that made sense on why the area was laggy. There wasn't anything else to cause lag. So I am surmising, which could be completely wrong. It could have been something completely different. I don't know. Because sometimes my surmises aren't really accurate. So don't quote me on this, guys. None of my videos quote me on anything I ever say. Ever. All I know is there's a ton of boxes that were completely useless. Just a ton of freaking boxes. And the building was laggy. A couple of boxes outside of POI to stash your stuff in? Nah. I truly hate the tier 5 buildings in Alpha 20. The lag is crap, the amount of zombies is way more than tier 4s. It just makes sense to do multiple tier 4s. Wonders about the validity of Liz Labs. Liz Labs is quite possibly just me playing around with zombies. Don't take me seriously. I am, like I told other people, I am not the type of person who's going to climb into the XML files and tell you the scientific reason why the zombies are acting the way they are, why things work the way they do. I do things and I observe, and that's what I do. And usually it's just an excuse to punch a zombie in the face. It's not science. And as being one of the least observant people, some of the things that I find are found a lot sooner by other people. The tier 5s, I've never been a fan of the tier 5s. The factories, the big buildings, you use up more resources getting through those buildings than anything else. The only reason I'm even concerned about them is because inside the server, a lot of the people who play on a regular basis are already in their tier 5s. And I want to be able to contribute missions whenever they go for missions. So that's really the only reason I'm worried about it. Plus, the good thing is Rect is the only one I've gotten up to tier 5s, which means if I want to go do other missions for other people, I can go do missions for other people. And since they give us the ability to choose the POIs that we want to, the tier that we want to do, which is an absolutely amazing new feature, then yeah, I would rather do a tier 4. I would save a tier 5 for a group of people. Poor thick, yeah. Punching zombies in the face is science. Someone has to do it. Precisely, Tinker. Precisely. I have to look for varied and new ways, scientific ways of punching thick in the face. Okay, daytime should be coming pretty soon. What we're going to do is, because I don't know whether or not it's going to be a horde night, so we may or may not be staying on past 8, but until 8 is going to be a long time anyway because the server is like a 2-hour long thing, I'm going to run to the restroom. Now's a great time for everybody else to run to the restroom, grab you a drink, grab you a snack, and we'll meet back here in like 2 minutes, okay? I should probably sneak. I don't have my flashlight on, do I? No. We are back. It is absolutely funny. I was walking through the house and my son, well, my stepson, so nobody gets confused about what I mean. My stepson, my son, is down visiting from his mom's house and he's been here for the whole week. And he's sleeping on the couch this week because all of our rooms are kind of full up of all of the children. And he stayed up really late last night. So his face is like smashed against the back of the couch. And his hair is doing like this foof thing. It is so damn funny. Seriously. Thank you, Linksy. You are fast. The chair looks like the funniest samurai ever. Oh no. Hey, Audit Goodish, how you doing? Party's over? Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of funny walking through the house and seeing that. Okie dokie, so we're still waiting on daytime, right? It's almost there. Bots, yes. My chair looks like the funniest samurai ever. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like I need to put a chair cover over it or something, because whenever I try to do my thumbnails, for those of you who don't know, that my thumbnails are actually pictures of me that happen in a video somewhere. It's a face that I made at some point during that video, usually, unless I can't get a good one to show up. And every time I try to cut it out, it's like the red from the chair bleeds onto my skin. I don't know how it does that. And it's like the red shines back on my skin, and it's really, really frustrating to try and cut out. Yay, my leg fixed itself! Okay. 2.5 is really not that far. What if we do... Okay, that's gonna go into bad zone area. What if we do... Ride out this road for a little while. And we should know by the time it hits 8 o'clock on whether or not we have a Horde Night incoming. There shouldn't be a Horde Night, even if they changed it to day 14. I would still think it'd probably be tomorrow. I don't know how exactly that works. If the day 14 starts from the day that you change it, I don't know how that actually works on the server, because we don't usually change it. We'll pick one and leave it there. But, let's try and make some headway and hope that we can... Go and get some gas, because I'm probably going to need it. See if we can find the biome where we can get a couple of bears, make a couple more cigars before we get off of here so I can make some monies. That's a good idea. We'll call them Cuban cigars. And overprice them. Just a little bit. And by just a little bit, I mean like a lot. Make it stupid expensive to buy a cigar. Gas. Let's do that. Close these. The holes are the eyes, and the V is the head ornament, and the big red stripe is the big old grin. Hold on, I'm trying to... Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. So you got a weird samurai staring at you whenever I go to the bathroom, huh? Do I have a banner or something you put from the channel you could put on the back of the chair? Not really. I was actually using the cape that Thinkerdo made me for a while, but I had the same issue. For some reason, the red likes to bleed onto my skin in the videos. So when I use them for my thumbnails, they're hard to cut out. One of these days, guys, I'm gonna get everything sorted. It's gonna be a long time from now. My goal in life is to be the grandmother of 7 days. I've already got a grandmother of Skyrim, right? A grandmother of 7 days. Not really. I don't want to do that. I will probably still be playing it, but I don't want to do that. Hopefully they'll actually come out with the final version before then. I'll be like 70 years old presenting Alpha 53. Grandkids. In this brand new Alpha. Finally, Fluffy has been fixed. No! Oh lord. They should never fix Fluffy. ever. Oh my gosh. It's the pale skin, it just eats up color. Yeah, what? No. Hey, the good news is the spring is coming. Maybe I can actually go outside and get myself just a little bit of sun, you know? Try and not do the same thing that I did when I took our first vacation. For those of you who weren't around during that time, there are videos of me that exist on the internet right now where I am so freaking burnt from that trip. It was ridiculous. I mean... Okay, for those of you who have never actually experienced this, I had to be... How old was I during that? I had to be 40-something years old before I had to experience my first ever sun poisoning. If you have never experienced that, don't try for it. It is agony. I never knew that that was a thing that could actually happen. My husband and I went for a vacation, Tabby Island, over there on the beach. Hadn't been to the beach in forever. Hadn't taken a vacation in literally years. So he and I go for one weekend and spend some time out there in the sun, and I kind of forgot the sunblock. Didn't really think that much about it because it was overcast and stuff. But my husband and I laid out on the beach for that day, the next day, and when we came back home, we were both burnt and we felt it. We were burnt, we could tell. But the next day, after that, he and I tried to stand up after getting out of the bed, and neither one of us could move properly. Just couldn't move properly. It's like our muscles had been cooked or something. It hurt so bad. So if you have never experienced sun poisoning, please, for the love of everything holy, even if it is overcast, wear sunblock. Especially if you have fairer skin. Don't do it. It freaking hurt. So when I say maybe I could go out and get some sun, that is not the type of sun I am oh my gosh, talking about. Don't fall in there. Dude. I don't know what that is. Alpha 53 Liz Labs. Can Flappy make it to Grandma before her... But at 53, I'm going to be using the same mouse, and between my fingers not operating and the mouse not operating, can Flappy make it to me? Yes, all of those things. I've been so bad twice, you could literally see the skin, see through the skin on my shoulders. Ow! I see how you doing. Now that's a ditch. That's the ditch. Yes, that is definitely a ditch. We are talking about sunburns. Yeah, "'Tis the season to be burning" is coming up. Keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't suddenly grow cold again. There's nothing like the spring. Except for maybe the fall. I like fall too. I'm a huge fan of both. But I really, really like spring. I have no idea where I'm going. You know, I probably should have asked somebody where the snow biome was before I tried this. May not be going in the right direction, guys. May not be. Couldn't walk or nothing. Exactly. It was absolutely incredibly stupid is what it was. Here's another trader. Let me pull up next to it. It's Bob. Tis Bob. Alright. Alright, let's just stay on the main road, see if maybe I can still find the snow. It would be nice to know, even if I don't get a chance to hunt things. We can give it a shot, though. I'll trade weathers. I'm over sunny on somewhere on day one. Ah, come on. Don't you want all of the seasons in 1 week? All of them? We've had that before. More than once. Had like a 70-degree day, and then at the end of the week it was snowing. You can't really trust putting away your winter clothes until after Easter. Okay, that was just a big turnaround. Hang on. Let me try the... First off, let me try... Okay, there's not much more of the map here. Let's head back south, I guess? This looks like it probably comes all the way around here, so... I haven't discovered all of this town. We've got this main road that goes south over here, and this one that goes in the desert. Maybe we check this one. All of the seasons in 1 day in Texas. Yeah, I've been to Texas, though I got there during the summertime, so... It's a pretty harsh summer. In Georgia, ours is like, you'll get them all within a week. You might get a couple of seasons in 1 day. "105 on average is not fun without an AC." That's true. Humidity or no humidity, 105 is not fun. Okay, is that Jamar or Yamar? I'm not sure how you... welcome, and 1 week, sometimes we get it in 1 day. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Zaldich. I'm actually kind of curious about where this goes. It looks like it's just like a divider between all of the wasteland that's over there, because you can see it along the sides. All of the wasteland and the normal areas over here. Watch, the snow biome is next to the open trade route west. It probably is. We're heading kind of in that same direction, though. But I think the trade route is... It's in this town. Not to say that we can't have the snow biome right next to the desert biome, which makes no sense, but it can happen. We're going to take this road and see whether or not it leads around to the same area. We'll just see. Today is a day of trying to figure out the rest of the map. Sadly, I don't have a gyro to make this a little bit faster. YouTube making any moving vehicle in 7 days make the stream look like pixelated ass. Yeah. Leave it up to them to do that. Which is kind of weird because it's looking pretty good. I'm not getting any frame droppage or anything right now. We are going to cut through over here and see if we can't bypass some of this tree farm that's going on over here. In Oklahoma, we're having snow 1 day and it's like 70 degrees the next day. Yeah. Yeah. 'Tis the season for season changing. All in 1 week. We had some pretty decently cold temperatures and then suddenly it just warmed up on us. I'm not sure how long the warmer temperatures are supposed to last, though. Usually the way our seasons work is we'll get, it'll get really cold in February, and then towards the end of February, which is where we're at now, it'll warm up. And then there'll be at least one more really good freeze and possibly a chance for snow before spring hits. And it'll usually happen right before Easter. Now that's the reason why King Gen random generator was so good. You can limit to the above X block height and desert to low block X height to keep them separated. Yeah, it would be nice if that was part of... I understand why they allow it to do this, is to allow a lot of variety, but at the same time, it just does not make sense to have the snow right next to the desert. At least not this kind of desert. Okay, we have got wrecked. Yeah. And we are gonna go off this way? Yeah. When you realize that the FPS is the real enemy. Yeah, yeah. In a lot of cases, that is the problem. Even a whole horde of zombies may not actually be an issue, but it starts affecting the frame rate, and suddenly you can't fight the zombies anymore. That's the issue. Still trying to figure out what kind of desert this is supposed to represent. I have no idea. I'm also very, very confused about why all of these little trees right here now look white. They all look like it looks like the trees that are supposed to be in the snow biome. That's what it looks like. But they're over here. Last alpha, weren't they brown? The ones that were inside this biome and the other biomes, they were brown, little bitty trees, right? And yeah, when you stop and you look at them really, really hard, you can kind of... Hold on, wait. I mean, they're kind of brown. Kind of. But they're mostly white, like there's snow on them. You know? They look like the trees. The trees are in the wrong biome is what it looks like. I mean, there are such things as tundra deserts, but they aren't normally... Yeah, they're not normally hot. You literally can pass through a certain area and your character will be sweating its balls off, and then you go into the other area and you're freezing your nips off. So, those really shouldn't be right next to each other. Ooh. What's this? Melee odds. A baked potato and cornbread. Not bad. Okay, okay. Not sure if that stuff can go on there, but... Oh, yeah, I can. That works. Cool. That was not even on my radar. It must have dropped while I wasn't in the server. But I found it! Not to worry, it's sleeting here in Texas. We're sending it to you. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want your sleet. Snake! And you can't find nitrate ore because they look similar. Yeah, they do look a lot like that. It's like, which alpha was it? Somehow or another they stripped all of the colors off of the blueberry bushes? Or was it the snowberry bushes? I think it was the blueberries. And it's like the texture was all wrong. I think the textures are wrong on those bushes. I don't know what happened to them, but that's not how they're supposed to be. Are you the trader I'm supposed to be looking for? Yes, you are. Not time for you to be open yet, though. Okay, hang on. I'll just take a swing around the county. Oh my lord. Take a swing around the town here. Just see what's here. What kind of town do we have? And do you by chance have a snow biome? Okay, rubber band me. Oh, that's a the hotel. Has anybody seen the new hotel? The actual hotel? The OG hotel that they supposedly changed the ending to? I have not seen it yet. I would really like to go through it because they said they changed the ending of it, and anybody who went through the old version of it, it was so close getting in and out of that place. Wasn't it like a tier 4 or a tier 5 POI? YouTube encoding taking a crap. Well, it was also there's a lot of lag coming into this city. I'll go a bit slower so YouTube can keep up with it. I could be a Picasso. Well, everything on this end, it's all on YouTube end. I mean, this is more pixelated than Minecraft. Use your dial-up. Looks good now. I stopped moving. It's weird because, yeah, there was a bit of frame droppage, but it wasn't really that bad, and my software is pushing as high as it's supposed to. Not getting any notifications saying it's acting up. YouTube just does not handle live streams as good as Twitch does. It just really does not. Why? There's nothing for it to be stuck on. It's like his foot is stuck inside that block right there. It's just not even right. Okay, brain's probably gonna drop again. I'm gonna go back to that area where the trader is and get out of this town. I hope, and I know it's probably not going to happen, but I hope the fun pimps will take a moment and optimize the cities. I know there are people who are doing series inside cities, and somehow or another they are getting good frameage or whatever, but for the most part, everybody else's computers cannot handle the cities. Mine struggle. I hope they optimize them. There's some serious things going on. Of course, mine also might be having issues because they're all old maps. Maybe if it's a new map, it wouldn't be causing the same kind of problems. Possibly. Y'all clipped what happened. Liz thicked. The cement was still wet and he got his foot stuck in there. Is that what happened? Ah, we thought we knew the best way to take care of zombies. No. It's the cement trick. What the hell is this? Oh no, it's another storm. It's like the creepiest storm. I'm not a huge fan of all of the weather changes, usually, because, you know, it's just more I don't know why it does that, but it's just more of an FPS hog, in my opinion. But at the same time, I absolutely love them. It's a very ominous sounding storm. It's a very ominous feeling storm, especially when you see that, because then you're expecting like a demon to spawn in front of you and offer to trade your soul for better armor. Hey, dude. How you doing?
Something you wouldn't buy or
And you. Break it down, dude.
What you did. So here you go.
Okay, nobody's
I
sold to
only
you
do business
recently.
with real customers.
Yeah, well, I'm a fake customer, so don't even worry about it. Somebody has been here buying all of your stuff and things, though. Land rations. I don't have the money on me. Actually, I don't need to be buying those things. Wait. Okay. This one of those things where they came in here and they just kind of picked up some of the things and then left everything else? They got the good containers and left the smaller containers? Is that what they did? Huh. So that means they left the trash. All these cabinets? That's a tornado sign if I've ever saw one. Yeah, it's just a very ominous sounding and feeling storm. It's not one that you expect to be in the desert, and you definitely expect it to be really, really bad if you see it. I would love a mod that takes this game and turns it into a true horror game. Like with storms like this that sound creepy and are very, very ominous, that the sounds that the zombies make are truly ominous sounds. Of course, then they'd have to be able to rework and work on the AI of the zombies. I don't think that would be able to be possible because as of right now, while the zombies can startle you, they're not actually scary. At least not in their current configuration. There's too much fluffy-itis going on with the zombies in this alpha. They're just not... They're not scary. Not anymore. Now, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be in preparation to them adding in the bandits, who are going to have a different AI completely, which is fine. If zombies are going to be stupider than people, that makes sense. But if they accidentally somehow or another made the zombies idiots and it wasn't intentional, and they don't intend to make the human bandit guys scary in the least bit, then I want to have somebody work on the AI just a little bit. Because it's kind of broken. It's just a little bit broken. Wouldn't it be cool if they added weather events like tornadoes to tear up your base? Not really. No. No, I wouldn't want a weather event to tear up my base because a zombie horde can come by and do that. Me personally, I think that the random hordes are scarier than the horde night. Me personally, because you never know when a horde is going to show up, which if a zombie apocalypse actually happened in real life, it wouldn't be on a specific day you would have to worry about. Or you wouldn't get a warning about it either. And, I mean, I guess you could turn the warning off, so it would be more immersive.
In here, unzipped.
What are you doing looking down there anyway, sir? Rude. If I want to be unzipped in the apocalypse, I can be unzipped in the apocalypse. Don't judge me. Yeah, the random hordes are scarier than a horde every 7 days. Because you know the horde is coming. You can anticipate the horde being there. You build a base. You spend a lot of time working on the base, which is, you know, ultimately very satisfying when you build a base that can defeat a horde. It's fun. But for fear value, the horde night isn't scary. Not really. I would love to see a full-on... Like, someone was trying to turn this into a horror game. That would be very, very interesting. How you Duke? How you doing? If you play one-shot kill, then they become scary. I don't know what that is. Well, it's not an over-the-top power trips like the online shooter games, Fortnite-ish, so getting the young players isn't going to happen unless they play with parents. And cheese. No, the younger players are not going to play this because it's not... There's not a battle royale of this game. This is not a game that can actually have a battle royale in it. You could take this scene, this world, and create a battle royale map with it. Even have the zombies show up in it. That would be pretty interesting if they wanted to do something like that. But honestly, if they put in a... shaders, for starters, that actually make the game feel horror. And, I don't know, stop attempting to stop players from playing the way that they want to? That might help? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I do not know what else they could do. Some of the other zombies could be creepier. The sounds that they make could be creepier. The zombie whispers, they took out the zombie whispers. And for some reason everybody keeps talking about it. I've never heard any zombie whispers. You can hear the zombie whispers in earlier versions, and it was an extremely creepy sound to walk into. It was an identifier letting you know that the zombies were in there, but at the same time the zombie whispers themselves were incredibly creepy to hear. Things like that, they just kind of slowly taken them out of the game. Not something I like on that one. I really, really enjoyed the zombie whispers. Isn't that kind of what Kane is doing, making it scary? Well, Kane is making it kind of scary, but I mean, like... Kane is also a modder who has to work within 7 days, right? I mean, he is adding some things in, like the fireballs that the demons and stuff do. And some of it is legitimately scarier, but at the same time, it's like the feel of the game is not scary. Like, the textures in the game aren't scary. The zombies' form, not scary. It would just be nice to see someone do a horror overhaul of the entire game and see what they come up with. I mean, there's a lot of games out there people have done that for. I mean, you can get horror overhauls of things like Minecraft. You can get horror overhauls of... what was the other game? Well, I was supposed to say Skyrim, but basically you can get any type of overhaul for Skyrim nowadays because Skyrim has been out for so long. And the modding community is, like, huge. You can basically find any type of mod for Skyrim. Okay, you were done talking. My bad. What was something else that had a horror mod? Fallout 4's got a horror mod. And basically, it's not just the bad guys that it adds to it, the changes and that stuff, but it's also like shaders to make the game feel scarier. This recent update, it's like the brightness is too bright. I don't know why, but like when all of the stuff goes away, when the sun comes out, the day is almost too bright, and some of that has to do with also your settings or whatever. But say you were to have a shader you could add to the game to give it that creepy feel back, that would be interesting. I'm not sure that anybody has created shaders for 7 days. I guess it would be kind of hard because shaders typically make the game more intensive on the computer, and 7 Days to Die is already intensive on the computer. It's a freaking GPU hog, CPU hog, frame hog, all of the hogs, essentially. Let me go ahead and use this because people like to see me put things inside random inventories. It's the thing people like to see me do. Okay, let's get back on the task of attempting to find the snow biome so I can get some testosterone. Horror overhaul of Fallout 4. Yeah, I've seen those. Those guys make the game, just because of the way it feels whenever you're playing it, it makes it feel creepy. And that's one aspect that I kind of wish that they had a mod to do that for. It's not something I would want to play all the time. But a horror mod would be very fun on here. It's a good environment for one, too. Few people have tried horror, but what they wound up with is overwhelming unfairness instead. Yeah, see, the thing is the gameplay itself doesn't actually have to change that much. You don't have to make the game harder to make it scary. I'm not sure why they... There's a lot of developers out there that think that hard and scary are the same thing. And as someone who knows what hard looks like, let me tell you, they're not the same thing. Not at all. You can make a very scary game that is actually very, very easy to do. Well, not necessarily easy. You still want it to be a challenge for people to play it, but you can actually make the game scary without increasing the difficulty of the game. Darkness Falls is kind of bordering on... It borders on making the game harder. It's like... Well, I'll say the last alpha because I haven't actually played this alpha, so with the changes that are currently in the game now, say to gardening and things like that, I don't know how the Canes balanced the game. But the previous version was very well balanced. And if it was any more difficult, like Ravenhurst looks cool, but in my opinion, it is so tedious that I wouldn't want to play it. I just wouldn't want to play it. Not as, maybe as a playthrough, but not as something I would just enjoy playing. And, so, first off, you have to have the balance to make it engaging enough, because this regular 7 days is... The structure is there, but it's not... What's the word? It's not engaging the way it could be. Not everybody's going to agree, but the old way that you used to level the character, even though I played before and I played after and I played with all of those different types of skill trees, I would say the way that the skill tree was before, where whatever it is you worked is where you got your points at. To me, that feels right. This version, while easier for a more relaxed playthrough, is working. I mean, it does work. I've played it. I don't really have a problem playing it. I don't have a complaint about playing it. But as far as an immersive feel to the game, I like the old skill tree better. Where whatever you work, if you craft, you upgrade your crafting. If you build a thing, you upgrade your building. If you do, you know, those things. If there was a horror mod, I would like those skill trees added into it to kind of immerse the person in the world or whatever. Guys, how did I do that? I was talking. I meant to go south. Okay, well, we're going home and dropping off some stuff. Dadgummit. I don't know what I would want. I'm not a game developer. I know what horror feels like when I play it, but I would not know how to program horror myself. So if anybody is a mod author and you are wanting someone to test a horror mod for 7 Days to Die, let me know. I'll test it. I probably can give you some feedback on whether or not a certain thing is working towards the scary version instead of the hard version. I can give you some feedback there, but I don't know anything about coding. I just know horror when I feel it. And I've played a lot of horror games. That's all I've got to say on that. So I'm gonna stop ranting because I feel like I've ranted about that for long enough. I completely lost where I was going with it. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. Alpha 20 doesn't feel as investing as 19, and I don't know why. Yeah, I kind of understand that. It's a weird feeling because, in a lot of cases, they made a lot of the skills where you do definitely have to invest in them in order to make them useful. But it feels like I don't want to invest in those, don't want to do those. So I'm finding a way to play the game where I don't have to invest them. And therefore, I feel less invested in each character than I did before. One of my biggest things that I always used to do whenever I played in Alpha 19 is I made a base, I dug the ditch, I made a garden, and I worked on my horde base. Well, they took away one of the things that I enjoy doing, basically. One of the things that made me feel tied to an area that I have built up this gas station, but honestly, and I'm not encouraging anybody to go over to a rebuilt thing and say, you know, Liz said she really didn't care if anybody blew up her base. But quite literally, it would not faze me if anybody came by and blew up my base. If someone accidentally tunneled underneath my base and collapsed it, I wouldn't think twice about it, and I don't know why. I think it has to do with the leveling system feels weird because of the traders and the way that you have to work on the traders now. Each one of them, you have to go back to tier 1s. That's part of the problem. It feels weird. It's off. Something's off about it. And secondly, for me, and I don't know who else feels this way, but every single playthrough I have ever done on this game, I didn't feel like my home was complete until my garden was done. Because then I stopped focusing on food and went out and explored. Now it's, I'm not focusing on food, I'm going out and exploring to do missions. I don't know what's missing. I don't know what's missing. I feel like something's missing, but I hate to say a thing is missing or a thing is wrong unless I have some kind of constructive criticism to give back, like the gardening. I don't like the way they did it, but that's just because of my playthrough. Does it feel more balanced? Sort of. Sort of. I mean, yeah, it does. It definitely makes sense that I would have to put perk points into something in order to get the full usage of it. But out of all of the things that I put perk points into, the food was always one I could put a moderate amount of points into, and as long as I worked really hard, I could get a full garden going and feed myself for the rest of the game. And it wasn't that big a deal. It was one of the few things I could just kind of slowly work on and fix it, you know? And now you really can't do that. You have to put all of the perk points into it in order for it to be usable. And it takes a long time to get those perk points, too. Oh well. Oh well. Ammo. Though, admittedly, guys, I say all of this knowing that there is probably a mod out there to fix that, so nobody decide not to play the game because of this stuff that I'm talking about. Just about anything that you can think of that you have a complaint about the game. Like, if you really, really do not enjoy the leveling system the way it currently is, there is a mod out there for you to take the skill tree to the way it was. I don't know what the mods are called, but I know that there is one out there. And there's several overhaul mods, like Darkness Falls, that use those types of skill trees. So, and I'm pretty sure somebody has already made a mod out there that makes it to where you get all of your seeds back and everything else. So those things do exist. Don't not play the game just because of these idle thoughts. It is still very much a fun and playable game. Okay, so we went and did that mission. I did not find the snow. Did not even get close to it. I got sidetracked, followed this road all the way around here, and then just turned around and came back. You would figure it would be over here. And oddly enough, I have not been all the way through this town. Well, let's go check it out. Who knows? I need to find the snow. I do feel like since Alpha 20, the changes to the gardening are slowly killing off the cult of the farm plot in the community, as well as we don't do gardening anymore. Yeah, no kidding. Most people are just like, you know what? If you're going to take away the gardening from us, just none of us are going to do it. So there. Bleh. Dadgummit. I enjoyed the gardening thing. I really did, actually. It wasn't just a way of getting food, it was a way of decorating the base. And now they made it tedious. It's not just the fact that you don't get the seeds back, it's the fact that you have to replant the whole thing, which takes up time. I would fill up my box of food and wait for a while and not pick anything if I didn't need the food, and it would decorate my base and it would look cool. Heck, I wanted them to add more plants so we could decorate more. And then you kind of killed that off. Damn you, fun pimps! It's fine, guys. Also, I think some skill or perk should be inside a general tree that does not require stat increase in order to unlock them. Why do they have a huge fortitude to learn farming? Yes, Robert, that would be an awesome idea, actually. That is actually a great idea, because there are several perks that make no sense on why they're there. Why is cooking in strength? How heavy is your fucking pan, dude? Are you using cast iron pans for all of your cooking? There's no sense on why it's in the strength tree. It doesn't actually belong in any of the trees. Actually, if I was going to say cooking should be in any tree, it would actually probably be in intelligence. But only if you're the type of person who cooks using measurements and stuff like that, and you don't feel it deep in the heart, and you just take that handful of salt and pepper and put it in there like that. That's how I cook. I don't measure crap. It's just, it's either going to be really, really good or it's going to be really, really bad, guys. We're going to experiment on ourselves. And that's how we eat food around this house. We're healthy. No, I'm joking. But seriously, the cooking, the gardening, all of those don't seem like they would be in a... Actually, they could create a separate tree altogether. It would be a survival tree. Like, they've got a scavenging perk, but if they had a survival tree, it would be like... what's the name of the book series that is inside Fallout? It's the book series that gives you the oddities, just like the random survival bonuses and stuff. This one in particular would be like, your lucky looter would probably go into it because it has to do with knowing where to look for certain supplies. Your gardening, fishing, if it ever actually became a thing, which it was supposed to have become a thing a long time ago. Cooking, foraging, gardening, things like that would be inside a, not necessarily general. They could make a whole thing for general, but you wouldn't actually have to build up your... Well, actually, there would be varying levels to a scavenging type of perk. I don't think it would work quite the same. That one would definitely have to be something that you would level based on how much you use it. Oh no, it's another tree farm, guys. I would say it requires patience, not endurance. Yes. My cooking will either kill you or cure you. Precisely. That's how I do Liz Labs. That's how I exist. This is either going to be really, really good or it's going to be really, really bad, and we're not going to prepare either way. We're just going to find out. Roll the dice. Yeet for initiative, guys. Yeet for initiative. Okay, let's see if we can't... Let's see, what is... There's gotta be like a road heading out of town this way. Let me make sure I'm going in the proper direction. Because once I get to talking, you never know where we're gonna wind up. Let's go this way-ish. Yeah. Jiggin! Tales of the Junk Down Trader. That would be a good one. Mr. Ting, you have a good night. Show the FPS counter while looking at the tree farm. Hang on. Fluffy, I hear you, dude. Where was the tree farm? It was further up here, right? Looking for the FPS tank. Hang on. Oh, here it is. I don't know. I'm actually getting more frame droppage back behind me than I am anything. There's a lot more trees over there, though. I mean, like a lot. Oh, there's the audio glitch. Just gonna get out of this section. There's a lot of trees over here in general. I'm tanking down to 53. 40. Oh my gosh. Even though some of these trees don't look to be planted by a person, I think someone came through and replanted a whole bunch of trees because I am getting a lot of frame droppage. I do kind of wonder whether or not the mod that we're using, if it counts it as a in-world tree or if it counts as a player-placed tree. I have no idea. There really needs to be like a main road out of this town somewhere, right? Going just the wrong way here. This tiny little road that goes all the way around the town. I guess we could go check it out. There's probably like a military base or something out of it. That dynamic mesh and the music is the game killers. Yeah, there is a serious issue with the music. There is no reason why the game should allocate so much memory towards the music change. The game ran great when I turned the music off. I mean, it really, really ran very, very good, but as someone who makes videos, it was really, really weird. Just having no music at all in the game. I mean, right now, hold on. There's no music playing. I can hear birds, crickets. That is fine. The game doesn't actually need music. Ambient, nature sounds seem fine. At least to me. I don't know why the game has to run with music, but I've noticed from when I had the music on to when I turned the music off, the videos just seemed so quiet. And I have a hard time editing in background music. It just seems... the music seems off to what's going on, and I don't know why. Maybe just because I've played with the music in-game for so long, it just feels weird. I don't know. I think... I'm just gonna take a trip out west. Maybe we can find a bear, maybe we'll find the snow, something. It's ridiculous. Ah, snow! I see it! I see it! Oh, we have found it. The mod on the server runs from the original tree map of the map, so only rare seeds planted are classed as player plants. Helps with the performance. Okay. When I reloaded my 7 days after the wipe, all of the zombies were freaking out when the music kicked in. That stuff was so turned off. Yeah. I mean, I like the music. There's only like 1 or 2 tracks on here that I don't like. There's one where the track starts with like a marching drum. And it is so unimmersive start to music that it brings me straight out of the apocalypse. That is the only song that plays that just kind of throws me, and I don't mean to be like that. The rest of the song is fine, but the opening of it messes with my head every time it happens. But the rest of music, Sounds pretty good. The Horde Night music can get a little loud, and as they still haven't given us a way of turning down certain volumes in the game, it's a bit much. Like, right now we can't adjust how much noise the turrets make, which should definitely be on a slider. How much noise the guns make should definitely be on a slider. Those kinds of things. Okay, so we're here. Didn't bring any food with me. I probably should have. But it's fine. We're gonna go top of this mountain, see if we can't eyeball a town and mark it. I really need a gyrocopter. It's kind of ridiculous at this point that I don't have one yet. I need to start putting some serious points into getting that taken care of. Egg? No. You never get music in IRL unless it's coming out of the headphones, so why does 7 Days character have music coming from the heavens? If they added it like radios or enabled it while driving, etc., yeah, that would actually make it a whole lot more immersive, instead of it just being ambient music, or turning it off and having it showing up in POIs where it makes sense. Like, if you go into a shopping area, maybe one of the speakers is on a loop and it's still playing the music, but that also would first off be an excellent game mechanic. I don't know how it would interact with the game, but it would draw zombies if music was playing inside of a building. So it would basically be like you walk up, there's a whole bunch of zombies, and what's causing it is a speaker that still has music going from before the apocalypse. I think whenever they do the bandits, one of the things that they talk about is you might come up on a situation. It's an event. You come up on bandits fighting zombies, you could come up on a horde of zombies or something like that. So maybe that's actually something that they're trying to figure out. But one thing that could immersively instigate a situation is a pre-war thing, like music playing in a mall or something like that, or an alarm going off on a car and that's attracting zombies and stuff like that. Those really should be the only music-based noises, or, like you said, if you can craft a radio and you opt to turn the music on, in which case you could turn on whichever one you want to play, and it would make sense. Well, this is not exactly what I'm looking for, but maybe I can find a bear. We are going to find some testosterone so we can make some more cigars. I keep forgetting this is the character that's supposed to be using this. Am I blind? Where is it? I guess I'm blind. Wow, that is so freaking far away. Paul, did you see that? He's like, nope. Okay, I think I can turn that off. I need a bear. That would make Mo Power stores very dangerous. Yeah. Imagine the strip clubs. Internet's apple bottom jeans time. Yeah. Though you think at that particular point they'd add in a zombie that had his pants down, right? Oh no. The map is doing the weird thing. And see, right now, there's no music. There's a little bit of wind. And the sound of me walking in snow. That's pretty cool. I think environmentally there should be auditory stuff, but I don't think we should have a music track. It'd make the videos a little weird because the music track kind of adds in a little bit to the game. Being awkwardly quiet video without any music to it whatsoever. But at the same time, I think I would much rather have to try and figure out a way of doing some sort of background music or whatever for my videos than have it affect the FPS of the entire game so people can get dynamic music. The heck is that noise? And also it would add in more chances for them to program in certain things that makes the player ask, what the hell is that noise? Whoa! Found out what that noise was. Okay. Nope. Oh my gosh. I lost the meat. Dadgummit. Huh. Is there not a town here? Shush your face, sir! You should not sound like a pterodactyl anyway. Not sure why he sounds like a pterodactyl. Is there a town over here somewhere? Fallout 4 has no music, but you can turn on different music via your Pip-Boy as background music. Exactly. And then because it's programmed like a radio, if you do it that way, it's no longer the game trying to figure out, according to your environment, what music to play. It's according to what station you play, and therefore you shouldn't be wasting RAM space or whatever trying to dictate what the game should be playing at any given moment. There's someone right next to me. Hi, Paul. Well, I'm gonna have a lot of meat, but I have not seen a bear. Shush your face! Oh, he's very testy. There's another cat. No! Seriously, why do you guys sound like that? Has his voice box changed? I mean, what happened? He seriously sounds like a pterodactyl that needs a lozenge. Man. Like, somebody kicked the zombie in his balls or something, and they just kind of got stuck that way, which I guess if you kicked a zombie in the balls, they would either get stuck that way or they would fall off. I'm not sure which, and I'm probably not going to ask Paul if that's what happened, but it seriously sounds like it might have affected him. Is there not a bear over here anywhere? I need bears, dude. They're mountain lions. I need bears. Ow. I wouldn't mind there being a town, that way I could find a little bit of food to cook. I'm gonna go over here. No, Paul. Back away, sir! Okay, you're gonna make me bring in a gun. Stop it. Also, what happened with them in that, which update was it? Was it the beginning of Alpha 19 when all canned food had a dysentery chance? What happened with that? Because in my mind, because it didn't have a dysentery chance, that means the apocalypse happened not long ago. The only time cans would have a dysentery chance is if they had sat for like 10 years. So in my mind, I was sitting here thinking, okay, the apocalypse, whatever happened to the world exactly, had to have happened 10 years prior, and we were just scavenging whatever was left. Then they took the dysentery off of it, and it's like, wait. How long ago was this apocalypse that happened? Because people aren't canning right now. How are the cans still good? Or did it just not happen very long ago? Is there been like a story person who actually came out with a, this is definitely how long ago, according to your character, the apocalypse happened in the world? Was my character even alive when the apocalypse happened? Anybody know? At the start of 19. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was 19. And they said that the reason why is because the cans had been sitting there so long, and then they changed it during one of the updates, I guess because people complained about it, at having it. My only complaint was, if you're going to put a dysentery chance on there, give them the ability to put it in a bowl and cook it, so therefore the dysentery goes away so the cans become useful again. But they didn't do that, they just took it out. And the only reason I say that is I know it's doable because in Darkness Falls, you can cook the canned foods because they do indeed have dysentery chances. Okay, let's go over here. There we go. This is mine, sir. Fight for it. I clicked. Actually, canning is easy enough to do in the apocalypse. It just takes materials to do it. But who is manufacturing those materials in the apocalypse? Yeah, you could can with jars and stuff, but in here, we're not canning, we're looking at the actual cans that were made pre-apocalypse. Which mod was it that allowed you to make the jars of food? Was that also in Darkness Falls? There was one of the mods that I tried that allowed you to make jars. Now those, canned properly, with proper food and everything, would not have a dysentery chance. And actually, you could probably get away with, if you're wanting to make it more difficult, you have to learn how to properly can the food. So maybe there's a chance that you make a bad batch and you eat it anyway. Because that can, in fact, happen. Even nowadays, you could accidentally... Any number of things could factor into it. The can doesn't seal right and the food doesn't wind up staying good for very long. In the apocalypse, I imagine it'd probably be a bit harder. No definite story, just a lot of conjecture. They have canning food available in Ravenhurst. Is that the one I saw it? Less healthy canned food and more focus on hunting and farming. Yeah. Well, the thing is you can't really do both, take away the farming and the cans at the exact same time, because you kind of have to give people one or the other. You would figure. Either that or more animals, because I don't know exactly how the animal spawns happen, but I can go days without seeing an animal on server, or heck, in my own playthrough, I can go days without seeing an animal at all. So they would definitely have to fix that part. I don't know. It would be nice if the cans had the dysentery chance again. I didn't think that was a bad idea. I was confused when it first happened, because I wanted to know how long ago, just for in my head, getting into the story, knowing how long ago the apocalypse happened. It did not faze me that the dysentery had happened, especially since the farming still existed, and farming was always better than finding cans anyway. I guess they didn't like that. I'm not sure. Hey, there's a building over there. Wait. There might still be a town over here? Wait for it. If I can find a freaking road over here somewhere, I can get it to link up with the other places, and it won't take me as long to find if I can take the roads. Right? Anyway, what I was saying is I don't want to just leave that out there. I don't mind the dysentery chance as long as they give the player a way of taking it away, or they balance the food in general. Woo! There are Lots of mines. And I don't see a road. Maybe there's one over here? Oh, bear. Hang on. Let's get by a rock or something like that. Freaking bird. What did they do to you guys? My version, I don't think animals even respawn. Once they're killed in an area, they never see another animal, which is ridiculous because animals move in and move out and move around and have children. You're still on the console version though, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a good day when the consoles finally update. Is this just out in the middle of no damn... Yes, it is. Dadgummit. How much testosterone did I get? 3. What does it take to make it? I forgot. Cigars take 1. Okay, so I can make 3 more. Okay, if I can find 1 more bear, I will be happy. I would like to be able to put enough in there for hopefully everybody to get a cigar. Go that way. Food going off was okay, cans did, but most everything else didn't. There's one content creator who looked at 7 Days to Die and worked it out that if the apocalypse occurred 10 to 20 years ago from papers and wanted posters. How long ago did they do that? Some of the papers and stuff like that are exactly the same, but the wanted posters changed, didn't they? In the last alpha? Jinxie and Chap say it's going to be a huge culture shock whenever you change over to the PC version. Yes, it will be. It is a huge, huge difference. They are practically 2 different games. I mean, the premise is still there, but they are practically 2 different games. I'm at 27% foods. I still see no town. Okay, so in that case, let me head this way, find the connector, this- ooh, bear. Stop, stop, stop! Dadgummit. Careful, careful, you gotta do it just right so you don't accidentally annihilate it before you have a chance to do this. There we go. Just be on the lookout for more bears. Hopefully I can get to a trader and find a little bit of food. I don't even know that I have any money on me right now. No, I don't. What? Another bear. Another bear. Hang on. Just in case I get smacked in the face. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm hungry and I'm thirsty, and we're gonna start heading back towards home. Well, at least I do have the area where this biome is, so I can come back out here and do some hunting and stuff. It's just so much easier to hunt in the snow biome. You can see all of the creatures. The missing persons papers, yeah, those. That zombie just died. The cans are fine, but the uncooked foods had more dysentery chance was more appropriate. But instead of all, they did all non-canned foods, including boiled water, which was really dumb. Yeah, they kind of messed that up. I felt like the food that you cooked in the apocalypse should have been okay. But honestly, the game doesn't offer you that many uncooked things. Like, what would be the benefit of eating the raw corn when you could simply boil it? So having a raw food chance or a dysentery chance on eating corn, it's like, well, I wouldn't eat the corn by itself anyway. It's not going to give me a whole lot of food. There's no point. But then again, I have walked through the desert, picked all of the yucca, and ate it because I was desperate for food. I can say that has happened. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe maybe dysentery chance on food you cook at the beginning part of the game might theoretically make sense if you don't start out knowing how to cook. And if your character has amnesia and doesn't know why we're naked in the middle of the road because of Duke or whatever, maybe we forgot how to cook. Doesn't really seem likely. Seems like something you would inherently remember either way. But as the recent events in the world have demonstrated, most of the world's population do not know how to cook meals. Otherwise, they would not have be considered, fast food joints would not have been considered, what were they called? Essential workers. People would have been expected to cook their own meals and stuff like that. Does this thing have a couple of vending machines? Actually, I don't have any cash on me. I do need the trader. If I can find a trader. So maybe part of one of those things that you have to learn how to do, since we are supposing things that we would like to add to the game, along with the survival perk, I guess, that you would have that's not underneath anything else. Part of the cooking thing could be taking the dysentery out of your own food, because you would, over the course of cooking and everything, learn how to cook better and healthier foods, right? Maybe. In which case you would probably make the canned foods without dysentery. Just so that the earlier player does not die as often. Oh my, I ran into a dead end. But me, personally, I know a lot of people feel differently one way or the other about the whole farming thing. I would rather them give me less per crop than me have to replant it, just because I am lazy. I do not wish to have to replant it. Well, I guess this is not a trader over here, is it? Okay. Well, I needed to sell a couple of things so I could use a vending machine, and I don't have any cash on me, so we're gonna have to try and make it home on 16% food. Unless I want to try and search things, and I really don't want to try and search things, because there's a chance I could get overwhelmed and killed. Because my, stamina is low. Hang on, there's a trader, there's a trader. I forgot about that one. We found one right up the road. Your first skill has to be chew food. First you must know how to chew food. We have to bring you out of amnesia. You have to relearn how to breathe and wipe your own butt. And wait, there's stuff over here. Beer. Okay, not really what I'm looking for, but alright. Yes, I know I'm hungry. Calm down! Let me see if I've got enough random BS on me that I can sell.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
You can have that, you can have that, you can have those, you can have those. That gives me 355. Where is your vending machine down here? Can of miso, dog food, can of stock. And vending machines don't actually make sense to me in the apocalypse, I'll be honest with you. I like the vending machines, I like the candies, but who the hell is making these canned goods and restocking these vending machines is not immersive. It makes more sense that the traders would be selling all of those things, but at the same time, I don't want them to take the vending machines away because it's cheaper than getting it from the trader. Okay, let's make it all the way home with the tiny bit of food I've got. I'm going south. I need to go north. What happens in Project Zomboid, chap, is if you play long enough, the power and the water goes out. Yeah. I do like the way Project Zomboid starts out their game. It starts out, it's just after the apocalypse. You can actually go into the sandbox mode and tell it how soon after the apocalypse you want it to be. So that's part of it. And as you play, more zombies are in world. You start out with the power on, and there's gas, and water's in the taps, and things like that. And as you play, at some really undisclosed time, a week, 2 weeks, a month, or something like that in the game, the power goes out. And hopefully by then you found yourself a generator, you've got enough gas, and you've gotten self-sufficient enough to live. Project Zomboid also does not have an in-game thing. But they are also working on their game pretty much the same. I think the next thing that they were talking about getting in Project Zomboid was, they wanted to do traders and stuff like that, so they're kind of like on that same aspect of 7 Days, except it's a top-down view. And no offense, it's a whole lot more immersive and a whole hell of a lot more unforgiving than 7 Days. It is if 7 Days went hardcore, basically. One bite, you're dead. There is no coming back from it. Almost home. We can finally eat. And I do have some testosterone. I don't think I have enough plant fibers. I'm gonna have to go out and punch some plants. Or I'm gonna have to go after some hay bales. How much do you get per hay bale? Just out of curiosity. Is it faster to do it this way? Hell no, it's not. That's along the same vein as sandbags. Oh my gosh. Like the most useless mining item you could possibly exist. Sandbags, you should get a whole lot more sand from it. And those hay bales, you should definitely get a whole lot more from it. Yes, 7 pieces of grass went into making that huge hay bale. Okay, please come back to me, frames. That looks so bad. Okay. At some point, you have to accept the mechanics of the gameplay over reality. Yeah, you basically do. It's a terminology called suspension of belief. You have to make your game where people will accept the reality that you are portraying as a reality. And there are certain things that you can do to completely break that, and there are certain things you can do to make that better. That's the only thing. I have 803 and I need paper, so now I can do cigars. How many can I make? 3. Nice. I still have 2 more. I'm going to need more hay, and I've got more farm plots done, finally. Why? Because. Regardless to whether or not they have taken the fun out of the garden shall happen either way. Cataclysm is the same. Only places with independent power sources with long-term fuel stay on. Oh. See, I haven't actually tried to play Cataclysm yet. You want all of that stuff, play Ravenhurst. All of what stuff? Where power goes off? Ravenhurst is far better with a group. Sandbags should give cloth burlap and way more sand. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're probably going to end it here. I don't know whether or not tomorrow is Horde Night, but I kind of want to leave it where they've got some prep time. So if it is tomorrow's Horde Night, and they need prep time to get their bases ready, and they're going to do a Horde, I think they were talking about this evening, so I don't want to push it too far. I think it was this evening. 6 p.m. So they'll be coming on here in about 2 more hours to play a Horde. So if I leave it here, they will have plenty of time to do any last-minute stuff that they need to do. And if anybody is wanting to join them, it gives them a chance to actually make it to this town and join them. It's a hard game to get into. It's better done as an actual role-playing game like Rykon role-plays. I've seen a Rykon. He's actually pretty good. He does, I don't know if he still does RimWorld or not. I haven't actually watched Rykon in a long time, but I watched his RimWorld more than I did his Cataclysm. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end it here. For those of you who like going over to Twitch, I do have a Twitch. I stream there 3 times a week, and it's possibly going to increase the more things get settled down. It might increase, but include shorter time periods. It just depends on the scheduling. But basically, any game that is not 7 Days to Die will probably be played over there, and then moved over to the Clips and Vlogs channel. Not Vlogs, but, VOD channel. So if you guys have not actually subscribed, I do have a VODs channel for all of my streams to go over there. It's currently just behind only because of Alien Isolation, because that is going to come to this channel as soon as it's completely done. So I have a VODs channel, I have a Clips channel. Clips come out once a day, just about every single day, so check those guys out. Check me out over on Twitch. I stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and let's see, 1 o'clock, 6:30, and then 1 o'clock, respectively, for all of those days. So if you guys are interested in seeing me play other games. And we will be back to play 7 Days to Die, well, tomorrow. Video's coming out tomorrow. This is my video for today, so you guys know that. And, yeah, I think that's it. And in about... how much longer do we have before Dinkerdo goes live? Let's see, I've been on for what? 3 hours? And you said it was 5 hours, so we got like 2 hours? Yes, Chaplain. 3 hours. Okay, for those of you who are interested in joining in, there is a charity that is going on that one of our members of our community, Dinkerdo, she's a very, very lovely person. She is doing a charity stream over on Twitch in 3 hours. So you guys hit that up. Even if you can't give anything, just being there and supporting her. Dinkerdo is a very lovely, very shy person. So go over there and show her support. Dinkerdo says 10 hours. No, Dinkerdo, you are not hiding from everybody. So I will see you guys then. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye.